Hi, I'm Dr. Laurelyn Mears, and I want to thank the organizers for giving us this opportunity to present at Innovator MD. I founded STEERus because I noticed a gap in Generation Next. They are highly technically advanced, technologically sound, can't touch them. But when it comes to building interpersonal relationships and soft skills, there's something missing. And our team, we're all social entrepreneurs. We wanted to have an impact and be able to give back. So, how are we doing that? We make our Soft Skills Academy, which is the first of its kind in the world, freely available to all marginalized communities for not only entry level talent, but talent that is re entering as well. So, let's get started. Let's show you what we're doing over at STEERus. We've created a new job readiness, not only a platform, but a whole new solution that's innovative. That's why we're here at Innovator MD. Why is there a need, you say? Well, we all know that the quality of care completely affects the ratings, right? If you're going to get bad ratings, one customer has a bad experience, they tend to tell nine other customers. And in this day and age of digital communication, they broadcast it everywhere, and no one wants bad reviews. And then, of course, your revenues are dependent on those reviews. Great reviews, great revenues. Bad reviews, not so great revenues. The problem is, healthcare personnel are getting tremendous education when it comes to all of the new technologies and their application and utilization within different procedures, but they're not learning those critical soft skills. What are those skills? Well, they're things that you and I, that are a little older, take for granted. Social skills, life skills, human skills, people skills, interpersonal relationship building skills, whatever tag you want to put on it, the bottom line is they're not learning them in school. Emotional intelligence, critical thinking, adaptability, resilience, leadership, general communication. Uh-uh. They're terrific when it comes to texting and emoji speak because they've been raised by an electronic babysitter, but that's not really helping when you're in a clinical facility trying to build a relationship with patients or trying to get along with other nurses and the administration and the doctors. Everyone has to work together. So, who is STEERus? We're an HR tech. We are based in New Jersey. We were founded about a year ago, but we've got tremendous depth of experience on our team. We are there to bridge education and work, filling that critical need where those soft skills aren't being taught in school, but we teach them in our academy. We're a talent development organization, and we're very fortunate and very proud of the accolades that we've received. Some of these include New Jersey Governor Murphy naming us as a top 10 innovator in the state, Collision Conference recognizing us as a top 50 impact startup in the world, and we've had the opportunity to be a semifinalist in the top 10 for Melinda Gates Equality Now grant. HR Tech, the largest tech conference in HR in the world, has put the spotlight on us as a startup. And there's so many more accolades, not to mention Dr. Marshall Goldsmith, who is the founder of Executive Coaching as an Industry. We are the only coaching company that he endorses, and he has pledged to share his entire body of work with us. Let's dive in. What makes us different? Well, we're not one of those online education solutions, chapter one, video two, chapter two, and so on. Nuh-uh. We have got a storytelling curriculum, and it's enriched by having multiple modalities of learning to be able to support all different kinds of students that come into the academy. Everything from text to video to animation to gamification with quizzes. It's kind of like pop up trivia to reinforce what's learned. We have a personalized plus blended curriculum and blended learning experience. Well, what does that really mean? It means we look at your skills that are missing and your strengths, and then we design a custom curriculum. That's the personalized part. And then the blended learning part means we combine your independent and online learning experience with direct access and support from our coaches who are there to guide you, support you, and hold you accountable as they escort you through the journey. Let's dive in and take a look at the video, see what's going on inside the academy. So, once you come into the academy, you're going to be greeted by what are the top 3 coaching capsules of the week, some short form content like, oh, what if my boss flirts with me, and other things that you need to know and understand about workplace behaviors.
opportunity to connect directly with coaches, give feedback, and every week we're adding new content. So let's say we want to learn about storytelling. Well, we can go in here. We learn about this executive coach, recognized as one of the best in the world, as many of our coaches are in that top 100 list. You've got all of the different lessons, the materials. You've got a workbook. Let's pull that up. We'll download that and access that. Here we go. So in this workbook, because coaching involves work, you hear everything about tips on how to do this, reflection questions, more recommended reading, and some exercises that you'll need to do to really put the coaching to practice. All right, let's go back to the capsule. Any of these soft skills tags and green buttons are clickable. Maybe you want to learn about being more creative. All right, dive in. This is what's available as far as being more creative. Let's go back. One of the things that we really like is that there's animated role play. So if you want to learn what people are doing and putting the tips into practice.
Mom, you look so anxious. What's up?
Here's an example of how to engage through the role play. Of course, there's chatting and messaging directly with the coach, and you get everything that you need to know on the lessons.
All right. So, one of the other things that I want to highlight about our academy is within those role plays, we have worked with voice actors around the world who are represented in avatar form so that we can encompass all forms of diversity from cognitive to body to gender to ethnicity, because we really want to represent the people that we serve within the academy. Let's keep going. So, what is blended and personalized learning? Well, blended means a combination of two things. One, it's the combination of independent, asynchronous online learning. That means you're studying, at your leisure as you want to, independently online. But it's being blended with that accountability and support that can only come from person to person interaction. Okay, it's conducted virtually, but it can be conducted in person too. And so, with this personalized learning, what we can do is get into the heart of what it is that you need. It might be you specifically as the individual, it might be specific to your role or to the needs of your department or your clinical facility. For example, on the left here, we have this nurses coaching journey. It contains content on everything from how do you shift into 12-hour shift work? How do you learn to build rapport and trust with patients? How do you get along with doctors and operate in highly stressful situations? How do you deal with an angry family member? All of these kinds of things that you're never really taught in your education, but you're going to need to know how to do these on your job because you're going to be faced with this on a day to day basis. So, what are the steps? It's easy. 3 steps. Step one, we do a skills assessment. We identify your gaps and your strengths so we can figure out how to leverage those as well as plug the gaps. Step two, we create a personalized curriculum that is designed just for you to meet your gaps and to accent your strengths. Step three, you begin your learning journey and you do so being escorted with a coach that is matched to you to help you get through your journey to give you all of that encouragement and the specific guidance that you're looking for in order to grow. So, is this kind of training needed? You bet. So, if we look at a couple of things, one, the war on talent. It is an extremely dire situation right now to try to attract people into healthcare. You've heard all of the statistics, and here are some here. You can see those red bars. More than 50% of nurses surveyed just a couple of months ago in the summer of 2021, surveyed by the American Nursing Association and the American Nurses Foundation, showed that over half are discouraged, depressed, overwhelmed, irritable. That's no way to run a facility. The level of compassion fatigue and burnout is rampant, as it is with physicians. And if you look at the curve on the right, 40% are thinking of leaving the profession. That's going to be devastating. Right now, the average age of a nurse is 53 years of age. And there's more than 3 million positions that are open. What happens in a few months if 40% of the nurses that are already on the job walk out? How will we be able to treat patients? We're not going to be able to be. So, we need new solutions to be able to recruit healthcare workers and to retain the ones that we have. And overwhelmingly, nurses have said they want professional development. Why? Because they want to feel valued, they want to feel challenged. They want the corporate culture within the facility to change so that it's less toxic and that there's more respect and more of an ability to grow so that they're not pigeonholed into a single role or a single department. What's the outcome? Well, if you do it right, you're going to end up with more 5 stars. More 5 stars, more happy patients means more revenues and more opportunities for everyone. What's our business model? Well, you can enroll annually by buying a ticket into our Soft Skills Academy for independent study. We've got all kinds of groups training and workshops, things like psychological safety, stress management, compassion fatigue, burnout. We've got cultural cohesion to learn how to get along, communication, body language. That's really important when everybody's masked up. How do you look at the eyes and read something? We've got private coaching coupled with coaching journeys that can be customized for an individual role, your department, or the person himself or herself. And our academy is made free to marginalized communities through corporate donations and sponsorships. Who's on our team? Well, you can look at this and see immediately that there's tremendous diversity, and there's also a lot of years of experience, over 3 centuries, in fact. So you can say, well, either we're really old, or you can see the silver lining and say, yep, there's a lot of experience there. Folks like myself, who have decades of experience in executive leadership roles for Fortune 100s. Jessica Taylor, our chairwoman of our board, she spent 30 years in L&D, learning and development at Morgan Stanley. Dr. Serdar Uchkin, not only is he a neurosurgeon, but he is also a rocket scientist. He set up artificial intelligence at NASA back in the 80s. Poonam, she brings all kinds of experience and diversity as our co-founder. We've got one of the nation's most recognized equity coaches and voices in Carol Burton, Simon Haig, the globally renowned growth strategist, Jeff Harmon, leadership coach, tremendous compassion and ability there to be able to connect with people very quickly. Beth Lee, psychological coaching, psychological safety, that's her specialty, is our well-being champion. Tanya Friedlander, former Olympian and an attorney, she specializes in the Gallup Strengths Coach. April Chapovsky Gold, she is a nurse and an attorney helping us grow the company. And then we've got 2 ex-Googlers. Ross Harvey, he attained level 5 software development at Google. That's the highest you can get. And Sandy Cruz, she has led data privacy and policy initiatives at Alaska Health Native and Blue Cross Blue Shield, getting into the heart of HIPAA and all of the insurance claims. So we've got a tremendous team. So what's our ask? We are seeking pilot studies with your nurses at your facility. We want to make a difference, and together we can. We are also co-creating content. Nurses make content for nurses, doctors make it for doctors, lawyers for lawyers, and so on. If you're interested in that, please get in touch. And yes, we're looking for funding. So if you want to reach us, take a look at our website and see some of the 20 plus different trainings and group workshops that we could offer your facility, or reach out directly to us. You can reach me, Laurelyn at STEERus.io, or April, who is leading our healthcare vertical at STEERus.io. Thank you so much for this opportunity.